we are supposed to write the following fractions as decimals. Now the rule is simple. Take this symbol here, then we need to have the denominator outside, and then the numerator inside. Now considering the first fraction we have here, this is the numerator, this is the denominator. So if we write it in this format, we shall have look like that. Then the numerator is 4, the denominator is 5. So 4 divided by 5 is not possible. So we place a 0 here, point. Then we add a 0 to this 4, it becomes 40. 40 divided by 5 gives us 8. You write 8 here. So this 8 times 5 will give us 40. Then subtract. When you subtract that, you'll get 0 remaining. So that means then that this one in a fraction form is this value we have found here. So that is to say 4/5 in a decimal form is 0.8. The second question as 75 over 200, over 20. So the rule is simple. The same rule we use here is the one we shall use here. So we shall take the numerator inside. The numerator is 75. The denominator is 20. 75 divided by 20 gives us 3. And that is 60. Of course, this times this gives us 0. And this times this gives us 6. So to say that 3 times 20 is 60. Subtract them, you get 15. 15 divided by 20 is not possible. So you place a decimal point, add a 0 here. We now have 150. 150 divided by 20 gives us 7. So that this times this gives us 0. This times this gives us 14. When you subtract them, you get 10. Add a 0 here, it becomes 100. 100 divided by 20 gives us 5. So you write 5 here. Then add by this times this, you will get, okay, 5 times 0 gives us 0. And then 5 times 2 gives us 10. When you subtract, you get 0. The moment you have gotten 0, it means the division is over. And that means then that this one in a fraction form, in a decimal form, will be 3.75. So you can write here 75 over 20 in a decimal form is 3.75. The third question is this one here. Let me do it here. We have 2 whole parts and 3/4. So there are 2 ways of working it out. The first one is where you first of all assume the whole part and you concentrate on the fraction part. So we shall take the fraction part, which is 3 over 4, and we write it like this. So the numerator is 3 and the denominator is 4. 3 divided by 4 is not possible. You write 0 points, then you add a 0 there. After you have added the 0 there, then you realize 30 divided by 4, you can get 7 there. That is to say 7 times 4 is 28. You subtract, you get 2 remaining. Add a 0 to these 2, becomes 20. 20 divided by 4 gives us 5. So you write 5 here, such that 5 times 4 gives us 20. And when you subtract, you get 0. So that means this fraction part in a decimal form gives us this. So the whole of this one, when written in a decimal form, can be written as 2, the whole part, then plus the one that you have gotten to be the decimal for this, which is 0.75, and that gives you 2.75, like that. That is the first way of working it out. The second one is when you decide, first of all, to write this in improper fraction form. So in that case, we shall say 2 and 3/4 in an improper fraction form will be this times this gives us 8, plus this gives us 11/4. Then we work it out as we have worked this or this. So we shall say our numerator will be inside. The numerator is 11. The denominator is 4. 11 divided by 4 gives us 2. And that gives us 8. When you subtract, you get a balance of 3. Let's add a small point here. Add a 0. So 30 divided by 4 gives us 7 whole parts. And that is to say 7 times 4 gives us 28. It remains 2. We add a 0. 20 divided by 4 gives us 5. So 5 times 4 gives us 20. And when you subtract, you get 0 as the balance. So that means this one can be written in a decimal form as 2.75. And the answer is the same as what you have found here. Thank you.